Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. All persons having anything to do before the Honorable Thomas McGuire, Associate Justice of the Superior Court, now sitting for naturalization at New Bedford, within and for the Commonwealth. Draw near, give your attendance, and you shall be heard. God save the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Be seated, please.
Good morning. My name is Mark Santos. I'm the Clerk of Courts for the Bristol County Superior Court. We're thrilled to be here and welcome. Our first order of business today is to call upon the Junior ROTC of the New Bedford High School for the presentation of our colors.
Center, face. Present, arms. Sir, the colors present. Order, arms. Center, face. Post the colors. Guard, halt. Ready, post. Present, arms.
Please all rise for the singing of the national anthem. Today that will be done by Lillian Condez.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streaming at the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order, arms. Left, face. Forward, march.
Please be seated. This time I'd like to call forward Dennis Reardon. He's the District Director of the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. He will be presenting some motions to the court. Judge McGuire, if you also approach the podium, please.
Thank you, Mark. Good morning. I am pleased to represent the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services within the Department of Homeland Security at these proceedings today. Your Honor, there are 3 applicants for naturalization present who wish to change their names as part of the naturalization process. The government has investigated the reasons for these changes and interposes no objection. I respectfully move that all 3 name changes be allowed.
That motion may be allowed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, there are 23 applicants for naturalization present here today who have been duly examined under the provisions of the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1952 as amended, and they have been found well qualified for United States citizenship. At this time, I respectfully move that you request the clerk of the court to administer the oath of allegiance to all 23 applicants, thus bestowing upon them one of our nation's highest honors, United States citizenship.
That request may be allowed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Will all applicants for citizenship please stand at this time? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me the following oath. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, state, or sovereignty of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or a citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States against all enemies, both foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by law, that I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by law, that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by law, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations. The court now declares you to be citizens of the United States. Please be seated. This time, for a few remarks, I'd like to call back to the podium the judge who's presiding at this session. He's the Honorable Thomas F. McGuire, Jr. He is one of 80 Associate Justices of the Massachusetts Superior Court, presently sitting with us here in New Bedford.
Thank you, Mark. It is my very great pleasure this morning to welcome absolutely the newest citizens of the United States of America. I not only want to congratulate you this morning, but I want to thank you. This is a nation of immigrants, as you know, and it's immigrants over the years, over the centuries, that have made the United States what it is. The immigrants that come into our country and become part of our country give the country its vitality. And so I just want to extend our thanks to you for becoming part of this great nation and bringing to the nation everything you bring, all your different backgrounds, your different perspectives. It's very much appreciated that you are part of this country, so thank you. Now, I have to break it to you that with citizenship comes certain responsibilities. And one of those responsibilities is jury duty. At some point, I know everyone groans when they hear those words, but at some point you'll receive a summons to come into the courts of this Commonwealth to serve as jurors. And when you do, I hope you won't be apprehensive. I hope you'll view it as a great opportunity. After every trial in court, I always go back and talk to the jurors privately. And oftentimes, one or two of the jurors will be a new citizen And they often express to me that they're very proud. They found it to be a very fulfilling opportunity to participate in the community. When you're called as a juror, keep in mind that that's one of the greatest responsibilities any of us ever undertake in our lives, to sit in judgment of another human being. And you all have that opportunity and that responsibility. And so when you do, I know it's always an inconvenience, but I look forward to welcoming you into the courts of our Commonwealth. And so I'll see you then. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're privileged to have with us today a congressman from the 9th Massachusetts District who will say a few words to us today. Please welcome the Honorable William R. Keating.
Your Honor, and Mr. Consul General, Representative, a representative that I served with in government, Tony Cabral, and all of you here that were so important in making this day possible. I can't tell you how happy. I thought of coming here this morning, so I picked out this tie, so you know that. I know. So I knew where I was going, and I knew one of the most important parts of my day would be talking to you briefly and congratulating you. This occurred, this event, that you'll never forget the rest of your life, I know, occurred in one of the most historic cities in the entire United States of America. This city was founded on people like yourself. There were Portuguese people, there were Swedes, there were Cabo Verdean people, there were Norwegian people. They all came together, and they all participated in making the city prosperous and putting it on the map for the entire country. It was the whaling city because of all those skills and courage and work that was put in by people that came before us, that were in our footsteps, that cleared a way for us as you're going to clear a way for others. You know, every morning that I get up in my home, I have a stairway to the second story. And underneath those stairs, there's something that's about 17 inches wide by 23 inches long. It's wooden, and it's a trunk. And it's a trunk that was my grandmother's. And she had that trunk, and she came from Europe, as many of you have come from Europe, to America, and that's all she had in her life. How courageous was that? She met another person who came from Europe and married here. And they had children. Some of them went into public service. Some of them started businesses. 5 of them served our country in their wars. 1 of them gave their life for America. And I often think, what is in that trunk? What did she bring in that trunk? I'll never know, but I have an idea. I think she probably bought some clothes. She was religious, so I think she probably brought some religious documents and personal belongings of her family. So I think about that, and I'll never know. But I do know this. What was in that trunk was hope, opportunity, a chance at the American dream. That's a little bit of the story of my family. Now, today, you start to write your own stories. They will be great stories. I know this. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to your family and loved ones that helped support you as you went forward, and welcome to America.
Thank you, Congressman. And now, if I may call back to the podium once again Lillian Condez, who will lead us all in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise.
Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you. May be seated again. This time we're going to hear an audio presentation from the President of the United States.
It's an honor and a privilege to call you a fellow citizen of the United States of America. This is now officially your country, your home to protect, to defend, and to serve through active and engaged citizenship. Together, we are a nation united not by any one culture or ethnicity or ideology, but by the principles of opportunity, equality, and liberty that are enshrined in our founding documents. Today marks a very special day in your life. You've traveled a long path to get here. You've sworn a solemn oath to this country and now have all the rights of citizenship. With the privilege of citizenship, though, come great responsibilities. And so I ask that you use your freedoms and your talents to contribute to the good of our nation and the world. Always remember that in America, no dream is impossible. Like the millions of immigrants who have come before you, you have the opportunity to enrich this country through your contributions to civic society, business, culture, and your community. You can help write the next great chapter in our American story. And together, we can keep the beacon that is America burning bright for all the world to see. I am proud to welcome you as a new citizen of this country. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America.
And now at this time, we'll be handing out the certificates to each of our new citizens. And for that, I believe it's Mr. McCleary who will be doing that.
So, Your Honor, I'll hand you this certificate. Damaria Marilyn Diaz. Rui Miguel Rovereto. Helena Maria Camara. Fatima Furtado. Francisco Miguel Nunez. Maciej Grzegorz Prebiz. Emily Menu Koa. Dina Maria Do Carmo. Flerida Sanchez de Jesus. Maria Trindade Rodriguez. Anthony Recaldo Eddy. Andrea Felipa Bulcao. Maria de Gloria Arujo. Rose Guerdine Bazil. Marlon Thompson Wilson. Marcelino de Pina Gomes. Morginac Fernandez Suarez. Luis Manuel Cabral. Diana Sayo Figueredo. Carlos Luis Alves Portal. Maria Luis Souza. Claudia Cristina Correa. And Yaqub M. El Arif.
Congratulations, everyone.
Okay, they say 3 times is a charm, so for the 3rd time, if I may call upon Lillian Condez one more time, and she will lead us now in God Bless America.
Thank you.
Please stand.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
We're going to close court momentarily, but before we do that, I just want to let everyone know, after court is closed, please remain in the room. I know the director of the Assistance Center, Helena Marks, is going to want to speak with you briefly. There'll be some of the guests she wants to introduce. So please remain after we finish up here. And now if I may call back the junior ROTC from the Bedford High School to retire the colors.
Mark. Guard. Hold. Left. Base. Present. Arms. Sir, permission to retire the colors. Thank you. Sir. Order. Arms. Retire the colors. Left. Base. Forward. Arch.
Mr. Cryer, please adjourn the special session of the Bristol County Superior Court.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. All persons having anything further to do before the Honorable Thomas McGuire, Associate Justice of the Superior Court, now sitting for naturalization at New Bedford, within and for the Commonwealth, depart, as the sitting of this court for naturalization is now adjourned. God save the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Congratulations, everyone. Everyone be
Be seated.
On behalf of U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, I want to congratulate you. As the judge said, a lot of sacrifices were made to get to this day. You left your home country, you left the place that you born and raised, many of you left your parents and your brothers and sisters and your friends, and there's an ache in your heart in doing that. But by coming here and going through the process, which was a struggle as well, you had to study. Nobody gave you citizenship. You had to earn it. Nobody gave it to you. You struggled, you sacrificed, and you came to this day. You're citizens of the United States of America. Welcome to the family. Another thought, I want to say two things that are very important. America has become a great nation. We went from a small, really on the borders, on the edges nation of 3 million to a great nation of over 300 million because we have never failed to welcome immigrants. That's our story, that's our heritage. We're going to be in this community more than we have in the past. And I want to ask you, all of the people in the room, the new citizens and their family members and their friends, we're going to be here on November 18th. Location yet to be determined, but Helena and the Immigration Assistance Center, probably ethnic media, will report where we will be. But we're coming here because we understand that there are people who are victims of crime, serious crime, and they're afraid to come forward because they have concerns about their immigration status and what will happen to them if they do come forward. Please tell your friends that wherever this event is held, and it could be held in this building on November 18th, that they don't need to fear in coming here. I will be here, and as the Director of Citizenship and Immigration Services, I give you my word on behalf of my agency, on behalf of the Department of Homeland Security, that this session is to help people, to give them information about possible avenues of relief. We will have people who are experts on classifications, non-immigrant classifications, U, T, and VAWA. And I know that doesn't mean a heck of a lot to any of you, but people who are victims of crime who step forward and report it and help in the prosecution of the crime, there are ways in terms of immigration status to be eligible for certain benefits. So first of all, the message is, please come. Tell people, please do not be afraid. There's a real need. We're coming to meet that need. And we come in the spirit of service. No other reason. We're coming to serve. So with that said, on this day of welcomes, it's a joyous occasion. Congratulations again, and God bless you.
My name is Helena Da Silva Hughes. I'm the Executive Director of the Immigrants Assistance Center, and I want to congratulate every single one of you on becoming a new citizen. Every time I come to these ceremonies, I get very emotional because I went through the ceremony, so I understand how each one of you is feeling. Is an emotional and very exciting opportunity, and becoming U.S. citizens is so important. So I'm just wanted to congratulate all of you. At the same time, I wanted to make sure that you understand, I know a lot of you are students, learn how to English in this room, and many of you received citizenship support services at the Immigrants Assistance Center. So for me, it is a very exciting opportunity because finally we are having a citizenship ceremony here in our building where we teach our students the citizenship process and we help them learn English. So I think this room is so important, and the whole building is extremely important to us because the Immigrants Assistance Center has been housed in this building since 1976. So it is a very emotional, I mean, every time I go to these ceremonies, I get emotional, but today I'm extra exciting because it is taking place in our home. So I think we want to welcome every single one of you. I want to acknowledge the two teachers who provide the ESOL classes and citizenship. And I want to introduce Melissa Gonçalves. Please stand up. I also want to introduce Jessica Silva. And I also would like to mention Dr. Carneiro is here, he's the Portuguese consul. Pedro Carneiro. I'd like to introduce the superintendent of schools, Dr. Durkin, Pierre Durkin, who is here. And I also like to introduce Representative Tony Cabral, who's every single event I've been to, a national ceremony, he's been here. I would also would like to introduce the New Bedford Mayor Jon Mitchell, who would like to issue a short message to the new citizens.
Well, good morning, everyone, and good morning in every language that's here. Bom dia, listen, I just came in from another ceremony, but I was insistent that I come here today because this is such a special occasion. Becoming a U.S. citizen is a big deal, and it's not just America just isn't anywhere. We are a people of many peoples. We are America, more than anything else, is not a tribe, but it's an aspiration. It's really an idea. It's an idea that everyone gets a fair shot in life. That everyone has the right to have a say in how they are governed, and a right to determine their course in life within the limits of the rights of everyone else. And so I'm just so pleased that you made this commitment, because you're swearing in today more than anything else is an affirmation of the aspiration that is America. It's an affirmation of all the sacrifices that have been made before, the sacrifices that have been made by folks who've come here before, who have built this country, the sacrifices of our troops, our men and women in uniform who've along the way have spilled their blood in places like Gettysburg and Iwo Jima and Khe Sanh and Fallujah. This is that you pledge allegiance to the flag today and swear an oath to America is an auspicious occasion. It's really, to me, an affirmation of all the things that we try to do, an affirmation of all the things I try to do as a public servant. And I can't thank you enough for taking that leap of not just affirming America, but also affirming the responsibilities that come with citizenship. We all know that freedom isn't free, and that being a citizen means that a commitment not only to oneself but to others, and that's what you've done. Citizenship, more than anything else, is about responsibility, and you know this. You've taken the steps forward to do what you're doing today, and you set a wonderful example for all the rest of us. We in America sometimes can fall into the comfort of living here and with all the freedoms we have and all the protection that we have in our personal security, and at times we take it for granted, and you don't take it for granted. You've made the step. You've taken time to go through the courses, and I commend your teachers and the Immigrants Assistance Center for all the work they do, the real special work they do to helping folks become new Americans. But really what you're doing is infusing new life into our country. And for that, we are so grateful. We're so grateful for your example, and we congratulate you. And now I know I'm not up here, by the way, to encourage you to register to vote, although you should register to vote. And I'm not on the ballot, okay, for the record. I'm not on the ballot for a while. So, but it is that's the important next step. But you've done something special here today, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Thank you, everybody.
I just wanted to acknowledge that we're also going to have a little reception for all of you. We've gotten a cake to celebrate this such a special event. And at the same time, we also have voter registration forms out there. So once to register to vote, and you will still be able to vote on the next election, this election coming up, which is so special. So we just wanted to make sure. And thank you so much for being U.S. citizens, and it's a humongous privilege to have the ceremony held here at the Immigrants Assistance Center. Thank you, Dennis Dearden, for making sure that this event was here, and we hope it's not the first or the last time. Thank you so much for all of your support, because without your support, there would be no way that we could hold such an important and special event. And this is the first time, and we hope it's not going to be the last. Thank you so much for all of you, and congratulations. It won't be the last. Great.
Any questions?
What kind of service plan does this come with?
Unlimited.
Can I keep my same phone number?
Absolutely.
How do I change the ringtone?
Just hook it up to your computer.
Does it have a camera? What's the warranty? Does it come in silver? Can I put my party shuffle on this? Does it have a 3.5 millimeter headset jack? You sell a lot of these?
It's the one I carry.
You ever get those phantom vibrations in your pocket?
Any questions?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Ask questions. For the 10 questions everyone should know, go to ahrq.gov.